Hi, my budget boss buddies. This is Amber from Jambers Dollars and Cents. I'm coming to you with a budget with me video. Completely loving taking this journey of financial freedom. Also, I absolutely appreciate all the support that I'm feeling on YouTube as I'm starting to film all this stuff, keeping me accountable, filling out my binder. So every year it feels like at this point in time I would be abandoning this journey, feeling like I would be able to handle it in my brain because I know where my money's going. Truth be told, I never did, which is the reason why I was never successful. So let's go ahead and dive into what we are looking at here. So we are budgeting for week ending, for our paycheck of the 24th, which is tomorrow. And we're going to do this paycheck binder. Again, you know how I am, ladies. I love to be proactive and fill things out, but that also comes with some mistakes too as we're getting rid of some of our subscriptions. So paycheck wise, the guesstimate of what my husband will be earning will always be $1,000. He usually makes more than that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I have my paycheck guesstimate at 930 just to kind of make up for any kind of just in case this is less, that we do have that buffer as we are budgeting into it. As I start to feel a little bit more comfortable, I will change this up to my new amount and start budgeting with my new amount, which is about $14 more, which is not a big deal. So what do we have coming out of the budget this week? We have our gas, which is going to come out the 26th. I budgeted 150. Car insurance coming out again on the 26th. Oh, we're getting hit hard on the 26th, ladies. That is $95. Discovery Plus again on the 26th. I budgeted $10. I know that I think it's $7.99, but better safe than sorry, right? If it's in the bank, it's in the bank, and I can forget about it and can stay there for a buffer. Then I have State Farm, so life insurance, that is coming out the very next day, the 27th, which is $35. And then I have my car payment, which is due on 129 for $450. As I was looking through this, I realized that I still had a little bit more in my budget that I could pull some bills forward. So on the 5th is when we usually get hit hard because that's when our mortgage comes out, and I prefer to pay things early so that the paychecks that we do get on that will take care of the 5th just go towards our mortgage because it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to add a few things on here. So our storage bill, I'm going to pay with this paycheck here. That is actually due on 2/1, and that is $100. I have a Christmas decoration problem along with a Halloween decoration problem, and as I am starting to get rid of some things and starting to declutter, hopefully I will get to the point where I can get rid of my storage unit and save that $100 every month. But to be honest with you, $100 for the amount of space that I get at the storage unit is not terrible. So I am not disappointed with that. But you know, as we're on a financial journey, that $100 can definitely go someplace else and not with my addiction to Christmas and Halloween decorations. And then the other bill I think that I'm going to pull forward is the internet and cable bill. So let's go ahead and add that in there. And again, that is due on the 1st. And that is $247. So let's see where we're at now. So we got $150 plus 95 plus 10 plus 35 plus 140, 450. Oh my goodness. Getting rid of Printify, $100 and $247. Looks like our expenses and our bills at least is going to be $1,087. So let's take away from the 1930, which I'm completely hoping that we're more than that, but it's okay if not because we're budgeting right. That leaves me with additional $843 for the week to survive off of. So let's go through our variable expenses here. What do I have going on? I have food, like always. Again, it incorporates a little bit more than food, so we budgeted $250. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to doing an angle, guys. My handwriting is terrible if I'm not at an angle. And then, of course, our gas. Gasoline, gas, I don't know. Do you guys call it petrol some places? It's gas other places. What do you guys call it in your area? I'm just kind of curious. So my first husband was Australian. He would always call it petrol, which I never understood why he called it that, but that's okay. That's okay. That's $100. Let me know what you guys call it. Gas, gasoline, what is it called in your area? And then, of course, you know that spending. So to prevent us from using our debit card, I'm allowing $20 a week for my husband and myself to just use on, you know, if we want to pick up a snack or anything like that. I have not spent any of mine, so I'm thinking maybe I will put it back into maybe some savings. We will see, but I was kind of hoping to save up for something as well. So that is $40. That brings our total here to $390. All right, so $843 minus $390 is gonna leave me with $453. Looking at my cheat sheet just to make sure I'm not mucking it up, guys, and I haven't so far, which is great. So my leftover here, let me just, it's so hard to write with this, even though it's beautiful and pretty, it's so hard for me to write on this, so I'm gonna switch this over here. Leftover is $453. So my savings goals, the only thing that I have going on is I always put $100 away for emergencies. That is in a separate, oh, I think, yeah. Emergency fund. I think I spelled that wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm just rushing through this. It is really late Thursday night, and I wanted to get this planned out before I got paid in the morning, so I know exactly where my money's going before I even have the temptation to spend it. So there is $100 that goes into that. That leaves a total of, so total savings is 100. So $353. I am skipping over the debts. We will get to this, I promise. It's just as we're starting to get through this, I don't have the room in my budget quite yet, but that's okay. I still have goals to pay that off. Once I have the buffer in the bank where I'm feeling comfortable, that debt is gonna start to be chipped away. So now I have my envelopes. I have vacation that I, again, just stuff in $20. Halloween for those full-size candy bars. Love Halloween, guys. $20. Christmas. It's definitely not enough, but also stuffing $20 in it. What else do we have? So vet bills for our pet. That's another $20. And then, of course, car repair. My little cat, Short Round, so we have 3 cats. I live here with my son, my husband, and myself, and each one of us have a cat. So Indiana Jones, which is the oldest cat. My husband does not, he was never a cat fan. He was always a dog lover. He loved dogs, always had dogs as pets. I talked him into actually getting a pet for my son, as a reward for letting us know when he was in school about some bullying. So we went and we picked out a little kitten. We brought him home, and it is like that little kitten knew that he was the person that was not going to like him. So he attached himself to my husband. They have been inseparable since then, but it defeated the whole purpose, right? So we got a pet, and it was my husband's pet. So we had to try again, and we went back and we got a second cat that did end up attaching herself to my son, which was perfect. But during the pandemic, I was feeling a little bit left out, so we got a third cat, and his name is Short Round, for the Indiana Jones series. But he is definitely my little like mini me. So he can't stand the fact that I locked him outside of this room and I'm in here filming. He's hearing my voice, so he is out there meowing. So if you guys hear that, that's what's going on. Okay, so we are putting $20 into car repair. This is just for me to get started, guys. This is not something that I feel like will be everything that is stuff going forward for every month in 2025. This is just for me to get into the routine of stuffing money into envelopes and kind of figuring it out. So this is a great start, at least for myself. And I anticipate that as I'm feeling it and understanding it a little bit better, that this will definitely change up, and I can't wait for that to happen. And then of course my nails, because we're girls and we have to pay to look pretty. My nails, I am putting away $26 this week, so that should bring the total to $126 in my sinking funds, which when you look at that, and I'm gonna turn over here, and so I have $126 that I am minusing from here for my sinking funds. And I'm not sure where I'm supposed to put that out. Is that in my savings goals? Because if that's the case, I really messed this up. So tell me in the comments, where do you guys put it? I feel like it's probably savings, because it is just saving cats in the envelopes, but whatever. So minus 126, that is going to leave me with 327. It doesn't feel right. So let me do this again. Let me put sinking funds here. And that's 126. So 453 minus the $100 minus 126 equals 227. That's what I have left over. I'm gonna, even though this is not debt, this is what I'm doing with the leftovers, which is that 227. Hopefully future Amber can come back and watch this video to know how the heck that I Frankenstein this. So I'm going to put $100 as a buffer in the bank. So we are really close to getting that $500 that I'm going to feel comfortable with. So I'm leaving $100 in there, and that leaves me $127 that I'm going to be able to do stuffing into savings challenges. I am so excited about that. So there are some of my savings challenges. Most of them are going to be to pay off debt. So as I'm starting to get big chunks, we are going to be using that to pay off the debt. And then the other part is to start to save for the month ahead. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that is what the paycheck looks like. We are paying bills, $1,087 worth. We have a variable expenses, which is $390. I don't know why that always seems really high to me, $390. It just does, for the food, the gas, and the spending. Maybe I'll start feeling more comfortable up there. Then we have a little bit of savings with our emergency fund and our sinking fund. And then of course our buffer and our savings challenges. So that brings our budget down to 0, which is exactly where we need to be. So now for the tough part. In my last video, I promised that I was going to admit where I'm at with my debt. So we're going to talk about my credit card debt today. So my family has 3 different credit cards. We have my husband's Capital One, okay? And I just looked before I started filming this. What we owe as of today is $1,670.30. It's on our first credit card. And then we have a Discover card. This one is really painful, so bear with me, guys. As of today, we owe $16,490.35. That was really hard for me to say out loud and super hard for me to write down. But this is what we're going to be chipping away at this year. And then our last card is my Capital One. And as of today, we owe $8,480.81. So we have one card for $1,670, one for $16,490, and the last one for about $8,500. So let's see how far we are in debt, and let's see how much we need to save and pay off this year. $1,670.30 plus 1,649.0.35. Oof. Well, it's almost the calculator's having a hard time because that number is so large. Plus $8,480.81. So for a grand total, we are in debt, in credit card debt, $26,641.46. And let me write this in here. So I have this in my face, and I have the reminder of why we're here and what we're trying to accomplish. $26,641.46. So, do I feel better saying that out loud? No. I'll be honest with you. It's really hard seeing that number, realizing what kind of trouble we got ourselves into. But it's also a good feeling to know where I'm starting and to know that I have a plan to make this number smaller. And that's by knowing exactly where my money's going and knowing exactly how to utilize the resources that I have. So, well, that is all that I have for today. So I made the decision really because it's taking the same amount of time to film if I film a longer video where I'm doing the budget by paycheck, and then I'm doing the cash stuffing, and then I'm doing the savings funds, the savings challenges, I'm sorry. I am spending the same amount of time filming, just a little bit a difference in the editing aspect. So instead of taking a couple videos and mushing them all together into one very large video. I'm still doing the same amount of videos, but I am going to be doing 2 separate videos. So one of them is going to be a budget me, which we just filmed, and then I'm going to do a cash stuffing where we go to the bank, we pull out the money, and then we're going to stuff our envelopes, and then we'll also play our savings challenges in a separate video, and I'll post them at different times. I haven't decided what day. I see a lot of people playing mini Mondays, and that sounds like fun, but that all depends on when I can figure out when to work it in. I did, so very sweet. I had a family member that I was kind of bragging about what I was doing and that I'm filming and, you know, everything I'm doing. So they bought this for me from Amazon. Very sweet. I think it's absolutely adorable. It's like it's a tiny, tiny little savings challenge book where you're saving $500, and it's similar to that 100 envelope challenge, but much easier. So you're getting these tiny little envelopes with all the dimensions or all the amounts that you have to save. And at the end, if you fill up all these envelopes, it does equal the $500. So I thought that was super cute. But the part that I mostly love about it was, of course, the pink, because you know how I feel about pink. But also that it's so tiny. Like, seriously, it makes me want to set up like a tiny desk as like a decoration on my desk, to have like a mini desk, like a dollhouse desk on my desk, and I can put my tiny little savings challenge there. I don't know. I'm kind of a dork. So, all right. No, seriously, I promise that is all I have for tonight. So I will talk to you guys soon. Let's stay strong, love, life, and peace, guys. Bye.